Results for the second half year have been reported today by White Pearl Technology Group. To find out more behind what's behind the numbers, I'm honored to present in the virtual studio the CEO Marco Marangoni. Please welcome Marco.
Thank you for this interview and this invite. Thank you.
Very nice to have you on board. First of all, congratulations to some impressive numbers. What can you tell us about the numbers? What's behind them?
I think it's a combination of different factors. In my opinion, the first one is we probably confirmed our strong skills in terms to produce a really huge pipe and created a condition to producing a really good results in terms of sales. So the commercial side, the commercial part of sector of the company is probably they did a really big work, a huge work, and of course we are still working in order to improve it. This is the first factor. The second factor is, in my opinion, is also our operation and administration sector, because I think we did also a really big work in consolidating all the having a really stunning management of the costs of the resources. For this reason, we also improved our profit. So it's, I think, considering that we did it with 100% of organic growth, I think the final result is really good. Think about this point. This is just the closing of the first year in the listing after almost 6 months. So it's not something, we are not talking about years, we're talking just 6 months, and we had a really good result. So we are really happy. Really happy.
I can understand that. And your organic growth is really impressive. What is actually happening here, and how will you be able to maintain this organic growth?
And this is another combination of factors, because that's a big part of this result is coming because we are working in different areas, in different zones. So we are splitting the risk of some kind of local economical risks. So in part we are working in really interesting areas, emergent areas, where there is a huge potential in terms of development of sales. But also we started opening and working also in new areas. So this is, I think, something interesting, because this produced something good. We are proportionally growing in all the line of business we are currently in our portfolio. So basically the coverage, the territory coverage, and also our portfolio are the key factors in terms to have this continuous improvement of our growth, of our business, business development.
You are mainly on emerging markets. Do you see the same kind of challenges on all your various markets?
Of course, every market is completely different. We started in markets such as Africa and Middle East and also India. Now we are also working hard in order to develop Latin America. But in my opinion, if a group like us is able to produce this kind of results in a market like this one, I think we probably will be able to be strong also in mature market such as Europe and North America. And this is exactly what we are doing. And this is through our new acquisition, through our strategy planned for this year. Okay, so I think it's not easy. Not every company is able to do that. In my opinion, maybe the main factor is our knowledge of the markets. And if we are able to do that, it's basically because we know, and we know how we can move, how we can create this condition in those markets. So.
Okay, and what strategy do you have to move into Europe and North America, and do you have a timeline?
Yeah, we currently probably is already a public domain. The news we are trying. We made an offer to acquire the Ayima group. I think it's a really big opportunity for us in order to start with a really nice operation, interesting operation for us, and also, of course, for our investors. Because I think for two reasons. First one, because the territory, because we are starting growing with a really nice potential revenue in Europe, North America, and also in other places. But the most important, I think, is also because we are creating this condition, developing a specific new line of business. Because we already have this line of business where I'm talking about digital marketing, digital innovation, artificial intelligence. We were working on that, of course. But this kind of acquisition will be a game changer for us, because we will create big conditions in order to be stronger and also have a really good, huge presence in those markets. So this is the first, I think, step in order to be really present, especially in Sweden, and because Sweden is our starting point for Europe, and then UK, North America, USA, and Canada, and other countries.
Yeah, thank you. And while we're at Ayima, let's talk about them. You placed a bid on Ayima, and you have received some sort of answer by their board, I believe, today.
Yeah, we are going in this direction. I think we did another step. In my opinion, it's what we need to do is now complete the operation according to best practices, because it's not complete. We needed to do that end to end. Once we can be able to close it formally, I think will be, in my opinion, a really big announcement, a big news for us, another big news for us, and it will be, I think, the main acquisition until now. But basically, we didn't make an acquisition during 2023. We started this year with Ataraxy in Europe, right? But of course, it was a smaller acquisition. This one will be the bigger acquisition, and I think, and not the only one, I hope. But I think we create again the right condition to be really interesting for the market and for our investors.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to follow that development. And going back to Ataraxy Digital, a company in Latin America, you bought 50%. How will this help you in Latin America?
What I saw in this company is a really interesting knowledge. Ataraxy is what is really important in Ataraxy is their skill, their knowledge. Also, they think about this point. Their start is a startup working from Latin America, developing different markets. They are also working with US customers or Chinese customers. So they have a strong knowledge, and I found it really interesting for us because we can. This is artificial intelligence is the trend. Is the main the main sector where ICT companies are working today. This acquisition will create a really good skill to distribute across the group. So I think will be an opportunity to do different different business, to develop better the line of business, the new line of business, where also Ayima will be a big part of this line of business. And so I think I could consider this acquisition strategic. And again, it will be not the only one in this region. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And besides the acquisitions, I read also in your CE note to the report that you're expanding your capabilities and growing your staff. Could you elaborate a bit on this?
There is I think a connection. There is another connection with Latin America, and we are planning to develop a technological hub. There is a discussion in process with different entities, such as universities, and also a really important logistic place based in Uruguay. So our idea is to create a really important technological hub, and from here make a complete our global presence with our global delivery center. So it will be our place where we will be able to deliver services, especially from the Americas, but also to complete the services around the world in order to attend global customers. Because our idea is having having this kind of network with different hubs, with different globally delivery centers in different places, such as India or Africa or Middle East, also Americas. We will be able to attend 724-hour customers and also to deliver projects, especially for global customers. So this is what we are looking for with this kind of projects.
Thank you. And if we go back to the period and look at some specific deals, you did a 20 million Swedish krona deals with a municipality in Africa. Could you tell us a bit more about this?
But I think these are this kind of deals, typical deals that we have in our pipe, and I'm not surprised for this kind of deals, because it's part of our commercial strategy in order to provide to bigger and bigger entities services with a really high value. I think this is just one, but I think we have more and similar business. We executed different and closed other business with public companies, public entities, and also private entities. I think it's not a surprise, because probably we already have the right references in order to attend in the right way this kind of customers. So if in Africa or in Middle East or in Saudi or in the Emirates or in Latin America, we will have during this year other opportunities like this one. I think will be not a surprise, will be a big work of preparation in order to show our capabilities. And of course, the customer, if it's a public tender, we are competing against others. If we are really, we have all the conditions to win, well, we will win. But but I think I'm pretty confident that we have all the conditions to be really competitive against other companies in the same areas where we are operating.
Thank you. And do you have any final remark to investors and the market?
Yeah, I have. Well, my wish is investors could, after this closing of year and all the operations we executed, and we are in process, of course, we are still in process, they will probably understand that we are focused to do really big business in order to grow, in order to exceed their expectations. We are working to exceed their expectations. This is the truth. So my wish is to be really connected with us, to analyze what we are doing and what we are publishing every month, sometimes I don't know, different times during the months, to analyze what we are doing, because we are executing a really clear strategy, and this strategy is working, is producing really good results. So I hope they will understand it's time in order to stay tuned with us, to stay with us, to grow with us, and trust. So this is what this is my wish, and what I would like to say to our investors.
Excellent. That was all my questions for you today. Thank you so much for participating, Marco.
Thank you. Thank you.